We're back with another episode of Brew Your Mind, the podcast where we get to sit back and drink a beverage and you get to listen to us ramble about, wow, I butchered that. How you doing? I'm Justin.
Hey, y'all. How you doing? Welcome back. I'm Jesse. Oh, so glad to be here. So stoked. We got the green screens up. If you'd like to see this will be on YouTube. That is Brew Your Mind Pod. Justin, I got to say, we just started recording, and I was like, I hope you're recording.
Yeah.
He got a phone call, and I was like, you better go ahead and answer it. Go ahead and answer it. And I could hear it was a DoorDash. And the funny thing is, I just got DoorDash delivered the second you had a phone call. And it's out there. Katie wanted Chinese food, so that was like freaking. I was like, dude, we got DoorDash at the same
Let's go.
time.
Let's go.
I'm not kidding. I had a thing that said someone was at the door the second you had a phone call. That's wild,
That's
dude.
wild.
Anyway, we're wild boys. You know what I'm saying?
So should we just stop recording and go eat our food?
Yeah, let's just eat our food. Now we're gonna let it get cold, and then we're gonna heat it up.
I see what's in your hand. What are you drinking tonight, dude?
Yeah, man. So I got a couple things. I drank this last time, and this is that White Claw. That's that 70-calorie pineapple. But I got another one next to me. They brought another one out. This one's the Clementine. Okay, so I haven't opened this one yet. Camera. I'm showing the camera if you'd like to see that. Again, YouTube. A week after we drop this audio.
Yeah.
But here's the pineapple. And I got to say, you know what? Let's open up, because I haven't done the Clementine yet.
There you go.
So we're going to listen to this.
I like it. I like it. Oh, that sounds good. Let's put your
All right,
shiver down my spine.
All right. It's very light and refreshing. You can tell it's a 70 calorie, you know what I mean? It's even lighter. Tastes almost like water. Choice, man. Choice. I don't even know. Alcohol volume is 3.7. That's great, man. I'm going to give it a 10. That's refreshing.
Heck
Summertime
yeah,
fine, all kinds of wine.
Them seltzers, man, they go down like water, like you said, man. I love them.
Water
I love
piece.
'em. They're good. They're good. They're good. What
We'll
I
be
got
swimming.
today, Morning Glow. Morning Glow, people. Check out the YouTube so you can see the can. Morning Glow by Swamphead Brewery. Vanilla, coffee, blonde, ale.
Boy,
Gainesville, Florida.
Gainesville. We're drinking.
Whoa! I just got aroma to the face. That was good. That was good, guys.
Oh,
Whoa!
man, that was amazing.
Look at the color of this guy.
Hello.
Was not ready for it to be this light. I'm intrigued. I
Wow.
saw coffee. I thought maybe a little darker, but I guess it does say golden ale. So let's have a little sip. So about this DoorDash, dude. For some reason, for the last 2 weeks, whenever we were DoorDash, they call now and they're like, "Where do you want us to put your food?"
They don't do that with me. That's weird. I just drop it off.
So twice now, I told them, and each time they put it in front of the door. You can't open the door.
Open the door. Yep. That's happened to me a few times. Like, we had groceries delivered like 2 weeks ago or something. And it was a whole bunch. We got like a whole, because my parents were coming. So I was like, let's get a bunch of groceries. And then they put it right in front of the door. And you couldn't open the door. So I had to go out through the garage. I was like, what?
Like, I appreciate the
I
thought,
don't
the
know,
convenience.
yeah.
Like, hey, they don't have to walk that far to get
convenient.
it. But
Yeah.
how am I going to get outside my house to get the stuff?
Yeah. What if you only hit that one door? You'd have to like bust it wide open. Boy, what you think of that beer? Is it good? He's going back for seconds. It's good. He's about to. He's thinking about it.
Jesse, man.
Uh-oh. Oh, boy.
Dude,
Yeah,
I don't know, man. Like, it
Don't
says vanilla coffee golden ale, and I swear all I taste is like golden ale. There's like no coffee.
Maybe it's that real subtle.
It's weird,
I
but
actually like that.
yeah, I think you would. And for coffee drinks, normally they're heavy. They're a little bit heavier, you know. And this is pretty light, so I could see myself, going through these pretty quickly. Not bad, not bad. It's
Not
just
bad at all.
It's just kind of like a golden ale. I mean, so I'm gonna go maybe a 7 out of 10. I'm just intrigued, man. And this is the second night in a row. Gonna slam some beers back because guess what, Jesse and I, we've been playing the sticks lately, dude. We've been on the war zone with young D Breezy, DB, D Brown, Dustin Brown. Dude, we've been killing it. Last night, how many White Claws did you end up having last night? Because I know we were boot scooting boogieing.
Yeah. We played for a long time. That was the longest time I played video games
in a while. 3-4
hours,
dude.
Yeah, it was a long time.
No
I
dubs.
Probably had. Oh yeah, no dubs. Let's see. Yeah, I probably had 4 or 5, probably 5, 6.
Well, especially the
and then
seltzers,
Katie got a taste of it, and then she started drinking some last night. So I had 2
it's a
6-packs,
party.
and now I have like 3 left.
Well, hey, we're gonna make sure you get through those 3 by the end of this episode.
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
People, thank you so much for coming back and listening to us again this week. We are so happy that you're here with us because we have lots to share, lots to talk about. What we talked about last time, I am back to 100% because last time you heard from us, I just got the second COVID vaccination. And I tell you, people, just to recap that, during the episode, I was holding it together. It was fine. I was feeling okay. I felt like right when I hit that record, we're done, turn the on-air sign off, it just hit the fan. Yeah. I'm telling you, every part of my body was hurting. I could not stop. Like, I was at the chills. But then, I felt my body. I was super hot. Like, people saying I'm overacting, like I've never had a fever before. But it felt like 10 times worse than a fever. And that night was the most restless night. Listen to this. So I'm sleeping. I'm trying to sleep. I wake up at 1 a.m. I get out of bed for some weird reason. I'm telling you, I'm not in the right train of thought. My head's just banging and my body's just so sore. I lean over to like my bar where my chairs are at, and I just lean over. I lean over. I'm just like sitting like this. 1:30 in the morning in the middle of my kitchen, just leaned over. Like I don't know what I want to do with myself. I get into the spare bed and just lay down like a weirdo. And dude, it was the most miserable night of my life.
I keep hearing that. I talked to another guy at work, and he said the same thing. You got a second shot, and he was like, he specifically said, like, quote, he said that might be one of the worst nights of my life. And you said the same thing.
Yeah, and
I haven't had the second shot, but now I'm like, should I just skip out?
I know, right?
I'm probably good.
I know, because you got the Moderna, right? For a shot, do you remember?
There's different brands?
The Pfizer and the Moderna. Supposedly, I got the Moderna, and supposedly the Pfizer has a less chance of getting those side effects. So of course, us military, again, the Moderna probably the cheapest.
Yeah, I got the Moderna.
Yeah. So hopefully, I wish the best to you because they say if you didn't get any side effects on the first one, except like the sore arm, then the second one expect to, just live through hell for the next 12, 24 hours. But hey, team vaccinated. This is the movement. Let's get it across the country. Everyone mask up. Vaccine in.
Mask.
Let's do it. Politics. Let's talk about politics real quick. No, I'm kidding. Let's not at all.
Oh, Lord.
Totally serious. Just how you been, man, though? Because it's weird because normally when we're on the podcast, it's the first time that we're actually hearing each other's voices since the last podcast. But now we've been playing games and not getting dubs, but playing games all the way. Hey, by the way, Jesse, he's starting to feel the war zone. It's starting to get through his veins. I'm starting to see it click. You know, when I die and spectate him, I can see his train of thought, and I love it. And I see him. Woo, woo, yeah,
got that throwing knife ready. I got
my dance moves last night. I danced for Jesse last night. It was sick,
dude.
We did FaceTime, but So hey, I don't think we really talk about much outside the game. But is there anything new with you, man? Is there anything that's been itching you these last 2 weeks? Or
itching at me? I don't know. Crazy? I just feel like work and everything has continued to be a blur. This next month is going to be even more so a blur, so I got to figure out.
Wait, Jesse, can I call you back? I'm busy. Can I call you back in a second?
Yeah, call me back. Call me back real quick. I'm just continue this podcast here by myself. I'm gonna run it on the ones and twos. I don't know anything new. Like I feel like there's always new things going on. I can't remember things. I got a bad memory. I can't remember what I ate for breakfast. But dude, we're both in the South. Oh, you know what I'd like to do? I feel like we have a lot of new listeners.
Yeah.
And I'd like to give a quick little introduction because we haven't done this in a while of like who we are and like what we do. So there's context, I think. So this is Justin's podcast, ultimately. What's it going on, a year and a half now?
Yeah, man, we're killing it.
Something like that. Yeah, killing the game. And I just jumped in like after it was already going and running, like
Christmas
momentum.
2019,
yeah, dude. But we're both. So I lived in Alaska, and then Justin lived in the UK.
Yep.
And now he's in Florida, and I'm in Savannah, Georgia.
We're close, so close.
So yeah, I was gonna. Well, the reason why I wanted to say it because like people might not know where we're at, but the weather has been like warming up here like crazy fast.
It has.
It's been like 80 degrees, and
Whoa,
I can
80
see all my
for you.
friends. Yeah, 80 here the past 3 days, and it's been like dang. Like we was at Lowe's today, and we were out in the the garden center. You know, all the plants and stuff. Katie's on the kick with getting the plants. You know, she's got to get every plant there is.
Absolutely.
You got to keep it green. Keep it green. Stay lean and stay
lean.
mean.
Stay mean, boys.
Hey, my man. But we was out there walking around. I was like starting to burn up. I started to get real hot, Justin. But then, instead of complaining, I started to think, I should be thankful for this warm weather.
Amen.
Because there's people freezing.
Alaska.
Oh, man, that whole thing in Texas.
Oh, man, that did happen since the last time we talked.
That did happen.
Like, and it's crazy because, like, people from the outside looking in like, wow, Texans can't handle this, No, the Texans can, but what they're living in and the cities can't handle that kind of weather. And, man, did you see, like, the pictures and videos of, like, pipes bursting over top of cars and, like, the whole car's covered in ice? Just crazy, man.
Yeah. That's absurd. That's weird to think about. I mean, people can talk about whatever Texans are. People are poking fun at them because they're like Texans, and they'll tell you how great they are. But it's funny. I feel like every city has their vulnerabilities. We all do. Like, for instance, just like a very small thing is if the internet goes out, you don't have any form of entertainment. And you're like, what do we do now?
Yeah, we really depend on that.
But that's one thing we depend on. But like these people, like depending on heating and electricity, and as soon as that like goes out the window. I mean, people are like, it's not set up for that.
Yeah.
People aren't
and
used
dude,
to
it's
that.
crazy. Like, they were doing like the rolling blackouts, and like they were saying like, we don't have enough electricity for you guys, so you just got. And I'm like, how do you run out of electricity? And how do you like? Okay, hey guys, for these 2 hours for this day, you're not going to have electricity because we need to conserve it. And I'm like, man,
what is that? What happened?
Yeah, that's what happened. They had like rolling blackouts. Like they had like individual time segments in different parts of Texas where like, hey, between these times, you're not going to have electricity, just to try to preserve the electricity within the city, I think. So, dude, just crazy, man. So, hey, shout out to all the Texas people listening.
Word.
Thinking about you guys. You guys are rebounding. You guys are fine now. You living in the 70s, 80s. It only reached, so far, it's only gotten up to about 73 degrees down here. So not too bad, but still pretty muggy and hazy and foggy. It's, we about to, spring forward. About to have some daylight savings time coming up soon. I'm a little excited about that. Spring break
excited?
Coming up.
Spring break. There's a spring break for you? I wish there was for me.
No, not for me.
I need a break.
All right, let's take leave at the same time and go to the same place and record an episode at the same time together.
Should we do that? I think we should.
Dude, let's just pick dates.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
All right, let's set it up. Let's see. If we look at the calendar right now, let's see. We could do
we're doing this on air, people, so you can feel included.
Dude, if we're gonna go wild with it, we could probably do it next. Let's see, because I leave. It would have to be next weekend. Because I'm supposed to go like to North Carolina for work.
Oh, nice.
Like sometime March. So like, and then after that, I'll have 1 week free. I think so. Yeah, and then I leave for like 3 months.
Dude, Jesse's deploying in April, right?
Basically, yeah.
Basically,
end of March.
End of March?
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
So we're definitely linking up before then.
It'd be wild times, boy, but we'll have the podcast set up. I'll take all my gear down there, figure it out. We continue no matter what.
It's amazing. This man will serve his nation, and you people will protect the freedom of the listeners while also bringing beautiful vocals into the brainwaves of the podcast.
Oh,
my goodness, man.
My goodness. New listeners, we're also, me and Justin are in the Air Force.
We are. Anything we say is not a representation of the United States Air Force. It is our own thoughts, our own opinions.
I'm glad you said that. They're going to cancel.
That's
Air
the
Force
fine
cancel
print right there, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't want Big Ben to come down, hey, who?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Big Ben.
Big Ben clocks.
Big Ben clocks. It's time ticking. We out here, we been in it for like 9 years just about, ain't it?
August will be 9 years.
Man, time flies.
Isn't that crazy, man?
It freaks me out.
Isn't that crazy? We're almost towards half our enlistment. We're going towards the back half, man.
I know, dude. It's gonna fly by. We're gonna be doing this. We're gonna be doing this podcast for like 10 years in no time.
I looked down and it just looked like you're just reflecting on your life in front of your eyes right there. You're just like staring down to the corner like, yeah, I'm killing it right now.
Man, I'm
Jesse
killing
Gibbs,
it.
and I swear, anything that comes across me, I slay. I'm Slayer
slay.
Jesse, my man. I'm Slayer, dude.
Dude, don't get me started. So I love talking about Warzone, and I do want to talk about that because I think I kind of want to relate it to another point, but I don't know if we've ever talked about this. And correct me if we have, but why did you specifically start this podcast? What was the driving force? You know what I'm saying?
I think the driving force was that I wanted to start a podcast for so long. I mean, I can think about, man, probably like 6, 7, 8 years ago, thinking, man, I just want to do a podcast, man. You know how fun it would be just to see the podcast on Spotify. And then at that point, I was like, I have no idea what I do a podcast about. I'm not an expert about anything, you know? So it's like, I got to figure out what to talk about. I think over the next like 6, 7 years, I was like, I just didn't have the motivation to really do it, you know? And it's just like, I don't know what to talk about. And then finally, you know, hey, it just clicked like, hey, I'm pretty good at drinking beer and coffee, and I'm pretty good at rambling. So let's put it together.
Let's put that together.
And it was actually really easy to start it. And I think the whole time I was thinking that it was going to be pretty tough, you know, like there's a lot of steps to follow and a lot of added stress that I didn't want to add, you know. But hey, we're here, man. Brew your mind. Year and a half old,
man. Yeah, I guess I feel like that's the way. Like you can start it, but you're not really sure like what you want it to be, and then I think it just kind of morphs into something.
It does, and it has,
you know. And it has, yeah, it definitely has, and it brings up another point I think where it's very difficult. And if anyone is listening, and you have asked to be on the podcast, and I'll tell you, I don't know how to navigate that because that's another thing. It's another point I want to bring up later is like how to navigate awkward situations. But for me, like when friends ask to be on this podcast, it's like I kind of want to get your advice. How do you navigate that? Because I kind of feel like you don't want to act like you're better than having friends on or like anything like that. It's not that. Yeah. It's just like how do you want to remain consistent?
Yeah.
And on brand or whatever.
No, I think so. We've had 2 guests on so far. We've had Sam, and then we had Tev. And for Sam's instance, the very first time we had Sam on, and it was our opportunity, his opportunity to talk about his background. You know, more about Sam. Another way to get, like kind of, like his platform. another interview. Yeah, his platform. You know, and the second time he got on was in your absence. And then we were able to kind of collaborate the Decker Post and Brew Your Mind with that episode as well. So there was something tied with that. And then with Tev, it was Crown Supply. It was that collab. So it was real easy to get him on, talk about his business, and then put Brew Your Mind with it. So when it comes to individual friends, I'm not trying to say like you need to bring something to the table, but it needs to be a mutual topic or something that we could talk about that maybe you're an expert in, or that kind of thing. That's how I'm kind of viewing it. You know, just so I would love to have each and every one of our friends on. That'd be a fun. And I'm not saying the episode would be bad or we wouldn't have bad time. It'd probably be a great time. But that's just a lot of friends to get through, and some people are not set up to have it either too.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of the advice that I've read about podcasts and how to grow and how to remain consistent with what your audience can expect. I think that's what like holds me back from like inviting friends on and stuff, or even like direct. I don't know. It's really hard to navigate that. And I think I just want to like make that clear to anyone listening that's like who's asked to be on before, like what we're thinking in the process. And I think what I want to do eventually is maybe, start it. Maybe if we can, grow this even further, like we could do sub podcasts and stuff like underneath like the umbrella of the Brew Your Mind thing.
And you mentioned
people
that
do
before
that.
Too.
Yeah. I thought it'd be cool to like, on the not really a necessarily like scheduled thing. Like this is going to be like the more consistent scheduled, and then like we could have like it through like a couple little sub ones like peppered in just for like extra. I don't know, just ridiculous.
Yeah.
I thought it'd be cool. I was joking with you, like you and Sam could do a sports podcast. What did I call it? Brew Bowl, like XVII, like the Super Bowl thing. And I was like, you guys could totally do that, like whenever, and like, because I can't. Obviously, everything I would say in a conversation like that would just be hyperbole and just joking around. I don't know what I'm talking about.
And then you get D Breezy on here, and you guys could go crazy with music, man. Because
we could.
we were playing last night, and you guys were talking about some songs and artists, and I was like, I'm just like so focused on the game. I'm like, I'm not even gonna try to jump in this conversation. Because I don't even no idea what they're talking about.
That's that exact moment I have almost all the time with people at work when they assume that I'm into sports, and they just start talking, and I'm like,
Well,
but it's
they assume
I
you're
don't
in sports
understand.
because they saw the way you play ultimate frisbee, dude. You be slaying out there, man.
I'm telling you, I got bunnies and wheels.
Bunnies and wheels.
Golly, man, I'm telling you, dude. Man,
it's good stuff.
Let's see, it is good stuff. Okay, I do have a topic here that can lead into like we're talking about like what are we talking about? Warzone and like ultimate frisbee. Yeah. And the topic I have here,
this is great stuff.
I got the inspiration from Reddit basically, but so I saw it on Reddit. It said, "What are some common skills that you just can't seem to do or master?"
What a
and
great
it got me
topic.
Thinking.
I'm so excited for it.
Are you excited? I hope
excited.
you got some. I hope you got some examples because I got quite a few.
Okay.
And for instance, way back when, sports is a big one for me. Just participating in sports can be a intimidating thing, so I just don't do it. And then so like I start to realize I can throw a frisbee, and then I like ultimate frisbee is like the thing I will definitely like I love playing it.
Yeah.
It's the only sport I love playing. Like I just love it so much because I feel like I'm like, okay at it. Like I can get out there and like be a little competent and and it's fun.
I haven't played it since the last time we played together.
No.
I swear. Have not played since then.
Oh,
and it's been killing me, dude.
Actually, I believe that because the last time I played once when I was in Alaska. And then I didn't start playing again. And I've only played once since I've moved here. And it's because of our old coworker. He's here now. Or two of them, Gotti and Grandstaff. Shout out.
Oh, what up,
Shout
dudes?
out to the Gotti and Grandstaff.
Yeah.
You remember them, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Strickland's over in Savannah too, right?
Yeah, Strickland. Yeah,
Scott alum.
Yeah, where all these people we go back with, man.
Yeah.
It's a small world in this Air Force.
But yeah, man, ultimate frisbee so much fun, and like I felt like I would just like because you see like all the semi-pro, you see like sometimes you see the highlights of what they do, and it's just mind-boggling that you can do that much more with ultimate frisbee. And here, I'm thinking like, man, we're pretty good. This is a good time. And then you see that, and you're like, oh. Yeah, there's a skill gap in ultimate frisbee, So man, yeah.
Well, it's like Warzone. I felt the same way about it. I was just every time I get on and play, it's like frustrating, and it's just like, why can't I see? Like I've played shooters and I've been competent and good at them, but for some reason this one, every time I get on there with you, rarely it would just be like I'd get on there, get killed in 2 seconds, and then just like, I'm just there spectating.
It's tough at times.
It's really hard. I guess most people just give up on common skills. I'm not saying ultimate frisbee or Warzone is a common skill, but it's not anything. It's pretty popular. Playing sports or baseball or football with just for fun. Mm-hmm. But it's something I hate to get into. But I was wondering if you could think of anything like a pretty common, well-known thing that you just cannot seem to do. Because I got a list of them.
And I saw your list, and I was trying to, and we'll go down the list together. But once I saw the list, I was like, man, is there any common skills that I can't do? And I thought to myself, I was like, I can't think of anything. So am I a perfect person? But that's not my answer, because there has to be something, So thinking of what I have. I thought I had something. and I forgot off the top of my head because I was literally just thinking about it right before we got on the recorder, and I was like, man, there's got to be something. Because
Yeah.
I mean, the common things like rhythm, I don't have rhythm, okay? And that started like in high school, even like at prom, you know, I was trying to like dance to the music, and I was like, oh, there's that white boy, he has no rhythm, but he's trying to dance, you know? And, and it just translates, and it just, I don't think I ever have, I'm just not musically set like that. It's so weird. I try, but I'm not good at it. But let's just
You
run
got
down
those
the
dance
list.
skills. You got those dance skills. I've seen them.
Let's run down this list and see if we can keep adding to it. Because I even asked Sam. I was playing with Sam today on Warzone. My goodness, we played for about 4 hours and had 0 dubs. It was, and towards the end, he was like, "Justin's sad boy," and I was like, it was just like not fun towards the end. So that's my weekend. But yeah, I asked him. I asked him, and I wish I could remember what he said. But anyway, let's go down the list.
He's a superhuman, is what he is. So some of these are mine, and then some of these I found on Reddit, which I just feel like I can relate to. Number one is remembering a person's name right after you meet them, and I feel like that. I would love to think about maybe what is it in that moment that makes people forget? Is it because I think like the whole moment you like when they say their name, you're like looking at everything like in an instant and taking it all in, like body language, the handshake. You're thinking what to say next.
Yeah.
So you just blank it out, I guess. You know, it's just like the
yeah.
anxiety of like socializing with a new person. I guess that little bit you might have just makes you blank out.
Yeah. No,
so it shouldn't be rude if you ask what their name is, right? Again.
Yeah, because I feel like, and it sucks because I don't think I ever do that. I always ask like someone else who's like in the conversation, like what was their name again? But it's just like, yeah, they say their name, and it's just something you're not focused on in the conversation because you're trying to think, how do I make sure this conversation doesn't get awkward? Because this is the first time that we're talking. So
say their name.
Baby, tell I love you.
I mean,
I want you.
That's not like a super juicy one we got here on the list, but I'm gonna go to number 2. Okay. I don't know where you're at on this one. Number 2 is writing neatly,
dude,
and that one's for me.
I think my handwriting's gotten worse through the years, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think mine has too because I feel like the older we get, the less we write because in school we're writing more, but now it's like you just type everything, man. Text everything, and then when you have to write stuff, you're like, what's happening?
Yeah.
Oh, I got a
Here's
crazy.
Here's your question.
Let's hear the question.
Here's
I got a point
okay. About the handwriting.
Yes.
How's your cursive?
Oh my God, that's what I was going to say. So when we, I know you probably share. Maybe we haven't talked about this, and I hope that you share the same experience because when we went to close for this house, you have to sign all the forms in cursive, your name, middle name, and last name in cursive. And I sat down and I signed it in some way, and I was like, "Is this work?" And the guy was like, "He's like, oh no," he's like, "That's not going to work." And he printed another one. He was like, just practice a few times. He left the room for like 10 minutes.
No way.
And I felt like, yes.
No way.
I wish I had brought you the piece of paper.
No. He made
it was
you practice your signature?
This is so embarrassing. Katie was sitting next to me. Her jaw was dropped. She was laughing like, I can't believe you can't do this. I haven't written cursive since like first grade. Yes. Exactly,
no
dude.
Way, dude. He left.
I had a whole page.
Oh no.
Full. Oh no. Justin's green screen fell. Wow. But yeah, I'll go. You can fix that, and I'll talk about. Yeah, I had to keep writing my first, middle, and last name in cursive over this page over and over and over like a kid, and so I'm starting to sweat of aggravation because I feel like. You know, you're there signing papers for a house and a loan and all these things, and you're thinking, you're already having anxiety about the whole moment. You know what I mean? And then you're asked to sign in cursive and all these things, and you're not doing it right. Yeah, the whole moment was wildly embarrassing. But we're here to be transparent, you know? Justin.
No!
Please watch us on YouTube, and that is Brew Your Mind Pod on YouTube, and you can see Justin. He was trying to fix one side of his green screen, and while trying to fix one side, the other side fell down. That's great, man. I'll move on to number 3. I don't think Justin can hear me, but this one, directions, like
what?
directions.
No way!
What?
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Oh, it fell again. The entertainment. I'm going to add to this list common skills is just hanging a green sheet for Justin. But number 3 is directions. And specifically, I think, like your internal directions, be careful, Justin. Be real careful. Don't. Oh, there you go. Is it good?
Welcome to Brew Your Mind, where we
I think
are
the
a
green
professional
screen
podcast.
is good. Yeah, we'll get there.
Dude, no, because I thumbtack it. I hang it up to the ceiling, right?
Yeah.
So I went and got another one. And then I come back after I hung it up, make it look good. There was a random thumbtack right where I was going to sit. Up, pointed up. I was like, saboteur.
Man.
But dude, so I left to fix my green screen, and you're talking about how you had to practice your. He left you.
Yeah.
Oh,
He
okay,
left
I guess we
room.
moved on. Okay, so
I did. I moved on because I didn't realize now until how embarrassing that moment was as I'm reflecting on it.
I'll tell you
The
what.
fact that he was like, nope, that's not going to work. Practice it. And he left.
Wow, that's wild. And to be honest, I think the only sorry, I'm kind of burping. I have decent knowledge for cursive. Not really though. It's like just my signature that I know how to do. And that's about it though. Like we just don't do cursive anymore. You know what I'm saying? I think I still know how to do R or a Z. I think of Billy Madison when he tries to do his R's. Hilarious. All right, so are we at number 3 or did you move on?
Number 3. I was thinking another popular one. It's not really so much for me, but I was talking about directions. Mm-hmm. I guess like your internal directions.
Okay.
Ooh, I have a good story about this.
Please tell me.
I have a good story. When I was in Arizona this past August or whatever, I was there for like that Army training course that they give us Air Force folk. AWSC, AWSC, I don't know if you've been there. I can't remember. No, you haven't been there.
No, I haven't, no.
It's fine. But there's a whole portion of map reading, grids, compass, and
Land
you're
nav.
outdoors. Yeah, you're doing land nav. And for the most part, everyone had a good internal, north, south, east, west. But there was one guy who was like completely lost. And I will lay it out how easy or how hard it is to get lost. There's one mountain range to the south. It doesn't move. And that's it. That's all you need to know. The whole time. And we were out, this wasn't the first day. We were out there for maybe 3. This was the 3rd day, maybe. And he says, I'm out there with, I think I'm there with like a couple people out in the middle of the field. Like we're just like, we like got near each other talking. And he comes near and he asks us from far away. He's kind of far away. He says, is that south or west? And we were like, that's north. We're like, the mountain range has been south this whole time.
Yikes.
So he may or may not have been an officer. Just so you know, which makes the story funnier, the funnier story.
Yeah.
But that was great.
Education.
So do you struggle with directions? Probably
Directions,
not.
I'm fine, but I tell you what, I mean, when it comes to having to get to certain place or addresses, I think I overly use my maps on my phone for things.
Oh, I do too.
Yeah.
Why not?
Spoiled for
We're
being this
millennials.
generation. Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to talk about that later, millennials and Gen Zs. Foreshadowing. What about number 4, rolling your R's? I can definitely relate to this one. I've been taking Spanish class all week. It's not a college class. It's a military-led Spanish class to prep me for Guatemala. Anyway, do you struggle with rolling your R's? Because I can't do it.
Wait, you're going to Guatemala?
Mm-hmm.
Nice, dude. What? Give me a Spanish R word with double R's.
Perro. That's hard for me to do.
No, I think I'm fine with the R's. I think I'm fine with R's.
Perro. It's really hard for me to do.
Perro.
Yeah.
Just roll. Just use that tongue, Jesse.
That means dog.
You're
Or
crushing,
how about
dude.
burrito?
Burrito. There you go.
Burro.
Parrot. No, that's English.
Parrot. Ooh, that's a hard one.
Rolling the R's.
Rolling the R's, yeah, I guess that's a pretty common one.
Interesting.
Interesting, isn't it? Me gusta. All right. How
Me
about
gusta. Number 5 is something I saw a lot on Reddit as well.
yeah, this one is driving well, just driving normally.
So I wonder
like,
if this includes like going the speed limit at all times. Because I tell you what, this last 2 weeks, I've been flashed by a cop. Their lights flashed at me.
Hey.
Twice now in different areas too, because I was going too fast. So thank you, because I know you're listening, Mr. and Mrs. Officer, for not pulling me over and just flashing lights. But I wonder if that is included for driving well, is like, actually driving legally type thing, like not speeding like crazy, or just being an awful driver and just like getting honked at all the time.
Probably just like being an awful driver. I was thinking more like, just running stop signs and no blinker and like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Oh, God, I got the burps like crazy.
Do you feel like you're a good driver?
Oh, I'm a great driver. I drive the speed limit.
Yeah.
Because there was one year, a long time ago, I got about 5 or 6 tickets in 1 year. And
No.
ever since then, yeah.
Really?
This was 10 years ago, probably.
You're a wild boy.
Yeah, I used to drive. I used to haul ass everywhere. I don't know why I did. But, I mean, I was also like 10 years younger.
True. You're
I was
mature
like 22 or something, 23. Mature is what I am. That's not a juicy one.
Yeah.
But how about waking up to an alarm clock? Because I will tell you, I never wake up to the alarm clock, the first one. I hit snooze every time. It's like I'm a 12-year-old. like you think yourself when you're like 15, 16, you're like, wow, when I turn 30, I'm probably going to be all these responsible X, Y, and Z, whatever. No, it just doesn't change for me. I don't know. I just can never get up on time. It's snooze. I snooze, you lose, and I lose.
I remember in tech school that one time you actually showed up to class late one time. I remember that. I was so worried.
No one
for you.
noticed.
No one noticed. I was
snuck right in.
You are a slippery.
I remember.
Squirrel.
I drove to.
You drove instead of
Which wasn't a thing we were supposed to do.
No,
I drove there,
gotta
parked,
march.
walked in the back door.
Yep.
Got right in class, and then somehow it was right at the teacher wasn't even in there.
Nope.
They were late.
Yep.
Oh,
It was the most beautiful day ever.
Perfect. That
yeah.
was perfect.
I think for me personally, for alarms, I have no problem waking up. But I also
Discipline.
Something I've done for so long is I set about 8 alarms.
Oh my God.
6 on my phone and like 2 on my watch.
Katie
I'm
does
paranoid. I'm just paranoid about it. I'm so scared. There is not a worse feeling in this world than running late or knowing. I mean, just your heart sinks and you're just like, oh man, it's just an awful feeling if you wake up late and you just, oh man.
Oh
just
man.
give myself anxiety. Whew,
Is there anything else weird like
bourbon?
Yeah, get some bourbon. Is there? You're drinking out of a cheese.
Yeah, man.
This man bleeds green. What is there anything else like in the normal day to day that like you suck at?
No, I
like
want
showering?
you to keep going. I want you to keep going because showering.
Sometimes I don't feel like showering.
Dude,
And I feel like I get that from like my band days back in the day when we'd be stuck in the van and we couldn't shower. So then I became accustomed to not showering. And then when I was like, I had like this epiphany, like we're the people shower every day. Like I was better than someone for not showering. Like I was saving water. Like I was like, people don't need a shower every day. It's such a waste. And then
That's
it's
crazy,
like this,
dude. Like,
yeah.
I feel like I'm the complete opposite. Like, there's times I'll shower twice a day,
Oh my God. No, I shower every day now. But
but I'll shower like the night before bed, and all of a sudden I'll shower
Yeah.
again in the morning when I wake up.
nah, no morning for me.
Yeah, dude. I
I'll
love
be hitting
showering.
that snooze button.
I have to shower in the mornings. I have to.
Okay. You're done laughing. I cannot get up. You get up to shower before work. Tell me, is that true?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Are you kidding me?
No.
Yeah, dude. So
I don't
listen.
do anything in the morning. I don't eat in the morning. I am seriously running late every day.
Dude, listen, this is what happens. I wake
God.
up at 4:45 every morning, right, to shower. And that means I leave to go to work.
4:45.
I'm leaving my house to go to work about 5:20, 5:30, whatever. I want to eat breakfast at the house. I always have breakfast at work. But I have to shower. The main reason I shower is to actually make sure the hot water is like pounding on my face so the shaving experience will go good, But yeah, I have to shower every morning. It's weird. On the weekdays. Weekends,
My God.
it's a your reaction.
This is the perfect. If I wanted a perfect example of if someone said, "So, what you guys are your podcast, and what's your character like? Each one of you, are you the same or are you different?" I'd say, "Well, you know the people that like hit snooze about 8 times and then they get up almost late every day, and they get there just on time or late, and no one notices. That's one guy. And then you know those people that get up early and they go jog 10 miles and they shower and eat breakfast and then they get to work at 6 in the morning. That's Justin. that is perfect. Perfect.
Like
I
we
didn't know
say,
you did all that.
You and I are just alike, man.
Oh my gosh.
That's so funny. We got one that practices signature for 10 minutes. And another
to close for a house in the lawyer's office. You idiot.
Oh, it's so good. All right, what else you got next?
What's even better is my real estate agent guy. He was like, "Hey, just make sure you practice your cursive handwriting before you go." And I thought he was just joking. I thought he was like, he said, "Practice your cursive signature." And I was like, "Well, I can write my signature. Okay, whatever. I'll wing it." Hello. Katie brought me another White Claw. Yes. I'm out. Thanks, honey. I'm talking about the experience I had with the cursive handwriting and how, like, reflecting on it, how embarrassing that was. The guy left for like 10 minutes to let me practice.
No, he went to go talk to another.
No.
So
It's funnier.
good.
It's funnier to think that he left and let me practice.
Jesse, give me
Yeah, I
number
don't know.
7.
He went to go get another paper because remember he said that it was wrong.
Katie's talking about something. I don't know. That's probably his excuse. Thank you. All right. So funny. Okay, these are all me. These next ones. Came up. That's all me. Shuffling a deck of cards. Justin, I feel like you're the person that can do this. This is hand in hand. A person that gets up and showers in the morning can shuffle a deck of cards. I don't know if you can. I don't even know if you can shuffle a deck of cards, but I know you can.
That's so funny. Hey, those that shower in the mornings, you know you can shuffle a mean deck of cards. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Can you do it?
I can shuffle some cards. I can make them look pretty.
I knew.
I'm the person that people hand their cards to when they can't shuffle when we're playing some kind of game. I enjoy it. I love shuffling cards.
What's even funnier is I am the person that hands the cards over. I don't even feel embarrassed about it anymore. I really don't.
It's too
I've done
late
it
now.
so many times.
You're never
I'm
gonna
like,
learn. You're never gonna learn.
I'm 30. I'm 33. Just boys, just take this. I ain't gonna pretend. I ain't even gonna pretend I can do it. Just get through this. Playing
take this,
poker
boys.
when y'all rotate the cards. Playing poker.
Oh, that was it. I asked Sam, "What's the one common skill that people know that normally know and you don't know or can't seem to do?" It's playing poker. He cannot get the grasp of poker. He doesn't know. He tries, and he can't play poker at all. He says he can play everything else, blackjack, euchre, cribbage, blah, blah, blah. Poker, does not get it.
Weird, because
it's interesting.
I get poker.
Oh, excuse me. Wait, guys, please go to YouTube when this comes out. Jesse put the mic away from his mouth.
He felt
he was going to burp, and then he put the mic back to his mouth, and he did burp. It's like he had the right etiquette at the wrong moment.
God. I know, mic etiquette.
That's so good.
I love poker, and it's the weirdest thing. You like that?
Love that.
It's the weirdest thing. I got on a kick for a while where I don't even play poker a lot, Texas Hold'em, but I would watch YouTube videos of highlights of that.
Same.
And I don't know what
the
that
real
is.
Competitive tournaments.
Mm-hmm.
It's just crazy to see like the different characters
Yeah.
and the people that are in it.
It's so interesting.
So what's your? When we're talking about poker, what's like your casino experience? Have you gone to one? How many times have you gone? Do you enjoy? What do you play? I just felt like that'd be a good question. I've honestly only been to one casino all my life, and I've been there twice, and it was in a random city in Spain. That's it. I swear. And
You didn't go in Biloxi?
didn't go at all in Biloxi because I didn't turn 21 until we were about to leave.
Oh yeah.
But that's the only time I've been in there, and I played blackjack, and I found out that I love blackjack, but that's the game I lose my money at. And then roulette, I found like there's a perfect strategy, and I was like, this is too easy. So I feel like roulette's the way to go. But what's your casino? Have you gone in a while? I feel like you haven't, right? Like
No.
Yeah.
last time I went was back in Biloxi when I
Really?
went for that radar school, that little
Oh,
2 or 3
yeah.
week thing.
Yeah.
But I went with because the rest of the guys in the class wanted to go, so I was like, well, I'll go drink. So I played like the stupid, the games at the bar. Like they're like the little at the bar, like you'll sit there. They're just like
Yep.
really
Those
simple
ones.
card games,
Yep.
just digital. Played those, or I played the penny slots.
Yeah.
Slot
Yeah,
machines.
yeah.
Yeah, because they cost no money.
Yep.
And I just don't feel comfortable gambling real money, like because I don't know what I'm doing. I love playing blackjack with friends and stuff or whatever, or not blackjack, but Texas Hold'em, which I ain't done that in a long time either. That needs to be a thing. And also, there's also this weird thing that like I feel like people don't want to admit that they don't know how to play Texas Hold'em, so they just show up and then like kind of wing it.
Yeah.
But like, there's this like super macho feeling about you know what I'm saying? It's that thing.
Yeah.
And it's like, why do people do that?
Why are you
Like,
trying so hard, dude?
Like when you watch those highlights, all those guys are like, they use the lingo, they use all the, and it's like, how could you ever casually get into that?
Yeah.
It's like, I remember one time there was this job I had before the military, and my boss had people over at his house. They wanted to do like a Texas Hold'em night, and I was like a kid. I was like 21. I was like, yeah, I'll go. Didn't know how to play it, and I thought it'd be cool. But they were like super. I could tell they were super impatient with the fact that I didn't know what I was doing, and I was like, well, this is not fun. It was like a bunch of like guys that were older than me, and I kind of feel like that's a weird vibe that everyone like shares with Texas Hold'em is like, either know what you're doing or get out. It's like it's just still just a dumb game. Like, really.
I tell you what, one thing, once I started watching like professionals play, I was like, there's one thing I gotta learn to do that they do. And it's while they're waiting and they put their piles of chips together. I felt once I started getting that down, I was like, oh. And then ever since then, I haven't played Texas Hold'em because no one wants to play. So I got this useless talent of stacking chips together with one hand for no reason. So that's cool.
Dude, imagine a podcast.
Or we play
But it's
Texas Hold'em?
Texas Hold'em. Yeah.
We could do it.
That'd be hard because you'd have to actively keep up conversation and be thinking of what to say.
Correct.
Because you have an audience, which would leave you vulnerable because you're not thinking.
And let's not forget, when it's your turn to be a dealer, I'll have to shuffle your cards for you.
Exactly.
And that's
know what? I'm
that's
gonna
another
learn.
tactic. That's another tactic to get me off my game. What do you got next? Ooh, here we go. Number 8.
We have a funny story about this one, too. There's a funny story about all these.
There is.
I didn't
It's
realize
great.
it.
It's great.
Number 8 is, for me, very specific me. Of course, Justin's a pro. Throwing a football. Throwing a football. Like a normal... You ever be like... You be hanging out and some guys are like, hit me. And they throw it a perfect spiral. And then I'll also say catching a football. Because when someone's like... I'll be in a triangle of guys, and like they'll throw it to one guy, and I can tell they're going to throw it to me next. I'm like, please don't throw it to me. Please don't throw it to me.
Make it a straight line. Don't make it a triangle, please.
Because there's like a certain skill to catching it too. You know what I mean? Like they're not really easy to catch for like if you're not used to it. Yeah. So throwing it back, it goes wah 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 wah, like a crazy mess.
Just shoot up in the sky.
What's the best thing about when I knew Justin was a genuine, real dude is back in Biloxi 8 years ago, probably. We were out there on the beach, and you're like, show me how to throw it, and I didn't feel embarrassed about it. Like, I was just like,
I want you all to
finally like starting to learn how to like how they spiral it and stuff.
Yeah.
And then I remember we were out there, had a T-shirt on. And I had it up over my, like I had it not all the way off. I had it like around my neck. Like I was about to take it off and then I left it. And then Justin threw the football and it was windy. And the damn T-shirt went up over my face. So I couldn't see. And this ball is midair, right? And it comes and hits me right in the junk. And I fall to the ground in the sand. And I couldn't believe that happened. I could not believe that happened.
Wow, I actually forgot about that, to be honest. I forgot that happened. And I want you guys to envision.
I'll never forget that.
When Jesse was telling me, when he was telling you guys that I was, we were working on a spiral, I want you guys to imagine, when someone is with their date in miniature golf and they're up behind him trying to guide him with the putter.
Ooh.
That's how it was with me and Jesse. I was right behind him. I had his right throwing arm. and we were just guying together, trying to get the perfect spiral. And he was getting it.
Dude.
There were some delicious spirals out there. It was windy, and he was still throwing bullets. Being bullets. I'm talking about a dude that's never thrown a football before.
Bullet piece.
In a triangle, you know? Then we switched to the frisbee, and then that's when he was like, "Oh yeah, I got
Dude,
this."
that reminds me of when we went to driving range at Scott. Golf
Oh yeah, we
is
did.
another thing
That's
I
right, we
cannot
did.
swing. I cannot swing a golf club, which I don't think that's as
That's not a
super
common skill. That's not a common skill. No.
But it's I don't know.
It's an
man.
art.
I went once with you, and I was like, I don't think I can do this again because it's so. I mean, you're taking lessons or something, right?
I am. Yeah, I
On
am.
golf?
I was trying
Yeah.
to teach myself by using YouTube, and that hasn't been working good. So I was like, I got to see somebody.
Dude, that's crazy because I thought you were already good.
I mean, I can play, and it's gonna be fine, but it's not the correct way. Or like my form is either I hit my ceiling basically with where I'm at. And if I want to play golf correctly, I got to have a better form, and it'll improve. But number 9, skating. Are you talking about ice skating or rollerblades?
Either one. I can't do either.
Really?
I can't do either one. I've
that's
never
interesting.
learned. I'm sure I could learn because,
Yeah.
like, I learned how to snowboard while in Alaska, and it just clicked. Because I kept trying.
Yeah.
But like skating is just like one of those things I tried a little bit when I was younger. Just can't get it. I don't know
Do
what
you
it
think
is.
skiing is a common skill?
Skiing?
Yeah.
Well,
Like on snow?
yeah.
Because I can't
think
ski,
so.
but I can snow. I love snowboarding. Snowboarding's great, but I can't ski.
Oh, I've never tried skiing because
Yeah.
I thought snowboarding looked cooler, and it is.
It's much cooler.
So I just stuck with snowboarding.
Yeah.
Dude, oh man, I wish we could have went snowboarding together. That'd be so much fun.
Dude, we're going to. There's a spot in actually North Carolina where you can
Boone?
go. Yeah.
That's where I grew up, baby. We're
Hey,
going.
yeah.
Beach Mountain.
Let's go.
Shout out to Beach Mountain.
Shout out Beach Mountain. Number 10,
Shout out Beach
small talk. Are you good with small talk?
I'm good with small talk, but it is a skill, and I think people don't realize that small talk is a skill. They either think, well, either I'm an introvert or extrovert, like I don't have it cut out, but it's a skill. Much like podcasting is a skill, you have to be, you kind of sharpen that. You have to be thinking of, you have to have like a little, 5 or 6 questions or
Yeah.
5 or 6 whatever in your pocket.
Yeah.
It's just a thing you got to like train up on.
Which
But-
this is something I have in my pocket. I just learned today that majority of the men, they wear their watches the wrong way. You want to know why? You don't want to know
I
why.
mean, no, I don't want to know.
All
What,
right,
no,
so we're done
why?
talking about this. So
No.
majority of the men, they wear their watches on their bottom side of the wrist bone, so closer to their hand. That's the incorrect way that you're supposed to wear a watch. You're supposed to wear it, and it's actually supposed to be more comfortable if you wear it to the left of your wrist bone. So it's like that. And not up close
actually-
against your hand. I didn't know that. I
So-
learned that today.
So to the left of you, like right here.
Yeah, like left. Yeah, exactly left, away from your hand.
Oh, so you mean like guys wear it down here, like way low?
Yeah, they wear it against their hand on the
Oh,
right
I don't
side.
do
of the-
that.
Yeah, but that's like people wear it. How far right can
Oh,
I get it to my
weird.
hand? And that's
Oh,
what
no,
most
no, no,
men,
no, no.
That's what most men how they wear their watch.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Yeah, because I feel like they kind of gets in
yeah,
the way.
like it's not good. It's not good. It's not good for your wrist either. But hey, number 11, math. So this is true, and I think it's almost for everyone. Like once you get out of high school, you just brain dump all the math that you learned or had to learn. But is there like basic math you don't know? Has there been actually
Oh,
anything
boy.
that you've come across in your life where like you didn't have a calculator handy and you just had to come up with math? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh, dude, I had a hard time, and I still have a hard time with percentages and fractions. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But not like when you're at a restaurant and you're like, "What's 20%?" That's easy. I
Yeah.
would like to give you my quick maths. On
quick
that.
maths. One
If
plus
it's
one
like
is 2.
$70, you want to know what 20% is, just do 10%. $70 is $7 times 2, 14.
Boom, roasted.
20%, that's it.
That's
just
easy.
do 10 and
That's
then
easy.
double it.
Yeah.
That is it. Isn't that crazy? Quick
Yeah.
maths.
I just
2
give him a
plus 2
dollar.
was 4 minus 1. That's free. Quick maths.
maths.
Everyday man's on the block.
Smoke treats.
Smoke trees. And math, yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's just one of those things that I don't definitely. I don't know, man. Yeah, there's so much math that I feel just very incompetent about.
Yeah, I had. We have to like take a math class to get like our associate's degree in the Air Force. So I didn't want to take one so I took a CLEP, which is like a test you can take that counts as your college credit. And in the CLEP, you have to make a 50 to pass. Your boy made a 52 in college mathematics.
Yeah, he did.
I brain dumped it all. Algebra, gone.
Yeah.
I don't even think I've ever taken calculus in my life or pre-calc.
I haven't either.
I don't think I've ever touched that stuff. And I just don't need it and don't care. Number 12, driving stick shift. I actually learned how to, so I know how to, but driving it in England was a new experience and something that was actually rather daunting. It's like, ooh, I know how to drive, but can I shift my left hand? Really not that bad. Kind of the same thing. But yeah, that is a common skill that a lot of people don't know. And it's something that they'll even ask you in like England or Europe when you're going for like a rental car. They're like, can you drive a stick shift? Because everyone, most of the cars are manual over there. And like the few and far between cars are auto. But yeah, a lot of people don't know how to drive a stick shift, which that's just a growing, that's just something has kind of drifted away as, time has gone on, that
don't need it.
All these new vehicles, they have the option to stick shift, but you don't have to hit the clutch or anything. It's all just plus minus type stuff,
I don't know how to drive one. I mean, I learned very, very basically when I was 15, but that was the last time I've driven one.
I thought your Jeep was the black one, the Cherokee?
It was automatic. Yeah, it was automatic. Automatic. You know what I'm saying? That's automatic.
Oh, yeah.
No, I just never learned how to do it. And I feel like it's one of those things that, it's also one of those cringy things that guys act like it's more manly, that you know how to, you drive a manual, you drive a stick shift, and all of a sudden you tougher than me.
Tougher than me?
I don't know. That's one that's always, for the longest time, I felt like I should know for sure as a man. I was like, I'll get around to it. And then I realized, what's the point? I'm never going to have a stick shift car. I'm just not going to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I agree.
How about this one? Number 13, writing a check. Oh, I got another story.
What's that?
About this. Writing a check. Just,
What's that? What's a check?
What is a check? You writing a check that your ass can't cash.
No kid. It's just age has passed it up, and people don't really write checks anymore, But I remember when I wrote my first one, I felt like, and I think I did wrong for a while. It's just something I don't know.
Yeah.
Right. Especially now, like, these kids growing up now, they're not going to know what checks are. You know what I'm saying? Everything's contactless, Apple Pay,
When we got the apartment, when we moved here, we moved into that apartment for 2-3 months, whatever. Mm-hmm. And they required a check for the security deposit or whatever.
Interesting.
Which I was like, okay. And I went into the office, and this is another thing I want to talk about. But I went into there, and I realized I had forgot. On the spot, she was like, can you write this check? I brought the checkbook that I had, and I realized that I forgot how to write a check and where to put everything. And so while sitting there, I had Katie to my left and then the other girl that worked there in front of me at the desk. And I'm starting to sweat because I can feel the pressure. They're watching me write this check. And I'm like, oh, shit, I forgot where to put things. And then I just start going. And I realize, I know this is wrong. And then the girl cuts me off and she's like, she knows I don't know what I'm doing. And so I start sweating more because I'm embarrassed at this point. I'm like, aggravated.
Yeah.
So I ripped that one over and then start a new one and I get it done. And then I think about it over and over again. That moment, that embarrassing moment. I want to know if you ever have those moments, because I have those a lot. I feel like where I have just like there's just embarrassing. You're like, my pride. It's just my pride just whittling down. Yep. And I just started sweating. It was like a lot like that cursive moment where it was just like I played it over and over, kind of just like, I can't believe that happened. Just the way it happened. Mm-hmm. And even though no one was like rude about anything in the moments, it was just like, like the fact that I didn't even know these like common things just felt like it was some sort of like, it made me look stupid or feel stupid. And I was just like, man, I don't know if I just can't handle the pressure of normal life. Why are we expected to know cursive and to write a check? That's what I'm saying. Like,
here's your follow-up question. Did you sign that check?
Yeah, I signed it. It was
with-
in my signature, not some wild cursive. I just scribble my name like you do. Also, why are signatures a thing? Because no one can read them.
True.
And it always looks a little bit different for me anyway.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No. This one's good. Number 14 is good because this is actually what I thought about before the podcast. You actually brought it back to my mind. Basic English. I forgot what adverbs are. That's what you put down, which is it's correct. Like I actually struggle with like I think I just didn't learn how to read words correctly. Like I think I mispronounce 80% of the words that I try that are like outside my comfort zone of actually saying, if like I'm reading in front of something. Like here's a funny thing you may not know. You know that M word, meteorology? You know that? Mm-hmm. What about the logical part to it? The
meteorological?
Have not been able to say that word since we took over this job. And like every time, because it's a word that we use often sometimes to explain like a forecast. I'm like, I've used I'm not even gonna try to say it, but those ways and like I can't say it, and I think that's just something I struggle with. It's just basic words, and I refuse to even attempt them. So I think my spectrum of words, which is not good for a podcaster. A podcaster is supposed to be very literate and supposed to be very knowledge of words.
I don't like those
vocabulary. It's
podcasts.
supposed to be expanding and it's supposed to be so good with words, so the listeners can enjoy everything that's coming off the tip of my lips, the tip of the tongue, the teeth, the lips.
Oh my God, that was crazy. No, I hate those podcasts. I hate those podcasts where they sound like it's just a bunch of intelligent people.
Yeah.
Like they all some CEO of some company, and they all got together and just to talk about how smart they are. Get lost. I don't want to hear that.
Yeah.
But you were talking about basic English. Yeah, that's definitely like an anxiety moment for me when that comes up, when people are like, oh, that's just so that happened this past week. I was taking I was learning some Spanish and like doing like a course, with some work people. And then the professor was just like, oh, that's an adverb. And I remember thinking like, what the what's an adverb? I forgot what that is. Or like, like a noun, a verb, an adjective. Okay. But then a conjunction, you just start to, I know what they are, but like you're scrambling. I was like, oh my God, like I forget what a lot of these phrases mean. And and then you're expected to know them. And like, I'm just tired of being expected to know things. I think, Yeah. Especially outdated things, Because a lot of the older people, I guess, still measure people like if you can't drive a stick shift. Like, for instance, my mom thinks driving a stick shift is a great measure of how capable you are with adversity or something. But that's the feeling that she, puts out. Like, she says it like, people that don't know how to drive a stick shift. And it's kind of like, well, I mean, it's kind of like, it's just an outdated thing, I guess. You know? I don't know.
No, I get it. And another thing,
outdated. Can you make a PowerPoint?
I love PowerPoints, dude. I love and Excels. I'm starting to expand my knowledge on Excels because like the formulas and stuff, it's so cool. But that's just a little nerd inside me. But
oh my God,
sorry about that. Something I saw on Reddit, chopsticks. How good are you with chopsticks?
Wow, ooh, chopsticks. Well, I'm getting better, and it sounds like got the shades on. It's a Zoom call. Justin put the shades on, trying to trip me up. Chopsticks, I'm not very good at them. I'm getting better because, lovely Katie, she's from the Philippines, so there's a lot of chopsticks being used every now and then,
Okay.
So I try and jump right in there and, try to be less white.
Yeah.
Ooh, I got an interesting topic for you.
Okay.
Did you see anything about that? I think we're through the list.
We are, and we might just save your interesting topic for the next
yeah,
episode.
I'm going to write it down. So this is a foreshadowing to the next episode. A company, unknown company, was putting out there for their employees as part of training to quote unquote be less white. And we will expand on that.
Oh boy.
Yeah, we'll expand. It's a big company too. We'll expand on that on the next episode. I'll put that in the notes.
I like it.
Interesting. So yeah, there's a lot to top. I don't like to talk about race too much, but it's
No.
interesting
Yeah.
how they phrase it that way, I guess. What's that mean?
Yeah.
But I don't know, dude. I feel like that was a pretty solid list.
That's great. Yeah.
I want to know if anyone has any.
Yeah.
I would love to know. Seriously, I would love
Please.
to know because, like, I have anxiety about driving stick shift or throwing a football or things like that. That seem like, why would you worry about that? Or, you know, I want to know, like, what do other people like freak out about? You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, just pretty normal stuff.
Absolutely.
Like, because Excel for me, I don't know how to use Excel. I don't even know how to put in, like, you know, the leave tracker stuff.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to like make that a colored thing. I struggle with that. So it's like normal stuff, like I guess, and you know, I would love to know what you guys think is common, and then you don't know what to do, or don't know how to do it. Man, this hour flew.
It flew by. Listen, Jesse, this topic was excellent, man. Way to bring it to the table. And as Jesse said, please hit up the Brew Your Mind Instagram, Twitter. Hit up either one of us with anything that you guys can think of that is a common thing and you don't know how to do. And don't be embarrassed about it because, I mean, Jesse, he put a lot of stuff on the table today, you know, and we just laugh about it because it's a good time. But it's also an interesting topic just to know and kind of relate to people like, oh, really, you don't know how to shuffle cards too? And that kind of stuff, you know. So I feel like that topic was awesome. And I really enjoyed talking about that. That was sick. Anything else you want to say before we shut it down?
Well,
Better burp again on the mic.
boy, I bring it. I give you all everything. Everything. It comes out.
You do.
All I want to know is, are we jumping in tonight on the sticks, boy? Are we getting that Warzone W, or are you tapped out for the day? Should he do it, ladies and gentlemen? I think he should. We'll see.
Yes.
Yes. Amen.
Yes.
Yeah, get it
That's sick.
hype.
Hey guys, thank you so much for joining us this week. We ran a little bit longer today, but not really. But just more content for you guys to listen to. But like I said, hit us up. It's all about a community here, Brew Your Mind community, and we're all about the conversation. So let's get together. Let's talk about what we talked about, and drink a beer too. I mean, I haven't had one person tell me anything good about beers or anything we should try. So if you do come across something that you think we should try, you think we'll enjoy, please let us know. We're interested in that as well. But as always, please take care of yourself, take care of each other, and don't forget
to
brew your mind.
brew your mind. Boom.
Peace and love, baby.
Peace and love. Hair great, buddy.
Hair grease. Got the hair grease cooking. Hair grease cooking.
Word.
Making statements.
Assuming.
Nice.
I hope you're recording. Oh my God. Oh, I'm recording. Hit record now. Do the intro.